Halo 3 is well regarded as one of the most popular and important shooters in history. The game's anniversary happened just a few weeks ago now, and we wanted to cover some hidden things that many fans might not know about. There are so many secrets in this game to cover, so stay tuned to today's video as we discuss the 10 things you never knew about Halo 3. Number 10. Jonesy the missing cat. The first thing you never knew about Halo that we're going to cover in today's video is the missing cat that is featured in the first 3 Halo games. On a bulletin board in the original Halo, there is a poster displaying a missing cat and saying that he answers to the name Jonesy. Whilst there is no way to obviously find the cat within the game, players noticed within Halo 3 that there is another reference to this missing feline. Within Halo 3, you can find a small poster within a trash pile. And this missing poster of the cat actually gives us an image of him. Jonesy is still missing in Halo 3, but at least we know what he looks like now. A small tidbit to add onto this is that the cat is actually based upon the cat from the original Alien film. Number 9. Bon Voyage. Within each Halo game, there is a hidden message upon assault bombs within the assault game mode. These messages change depending on whether you are the host of the game or someone who is just connected. If you are the host, in this instance, the bomb will say, "Hold on to your butt." Whilst if you are not the host, it will read, "This I refute thee." Whilst many players just assumed that these were funny messages from the developers, they're actually references to different things. The first message references a scene in Jurassic Park where Samuel L. Jackson turns on the power. The next reference doesn't have any specific origin, as it is in fact just a philosophical joke. Number 8. Missing link. Many video games are known for secret messages and characters hidden in levels. This is especially true for early games in the PlayStation 2 and Xbox era. Halo 3 actually has a really cool Easter egg hidden in one of his levels. During the chapter Charlie Foxtrot mission, you can look off into the distance at some trees and actually see a tiny caveman hidden within them. This is a cool Easter egg, but there is actually even more to discover. Later on in the same level, during one of the biggest story beats, you could head off to the left side of the cave system opposite of where the game takes you. If you sneak around the side and jump up a few rocks, you can actually see a family of cavemen in the corner, with one of them even hugging a toy teddy bear. Finally, at the end of the level where you are crossing a bridge, if you look to your right where 2 of the biggest rocks meet the mount, and there is another caveman sitting in a bush watching you. These Easter eggs are awesome and would be phenomenal to discover as a kid. We are actually done with this Easter egg, as this whole caveman thing goes even deeper into the Halo lore. In fact, the faces of all these cavemen actually belong to Halo co-creator Marcus Leto. This was an in-office joke between the developers and they wanted to put it in the game. Number 7. Jason Jones. One name appears all throughout the Halo universe, and that is the constant reoccurrence of Jason Jones. If you don't know who he is, Jason Jones is actually one of the co-founders of Bungie, who created the original 3 Halo games. Though he appears in all 3 of the games, Halo 3 is where one of his most infamous appearances takes place. During certain missions, like the Storm and the Floodgate, there are multiple different missing person posters the player can find that relate to Jason Jones being missing. He then appears later on in the game in the secret room of the 7th terminal. For eagle-eyed players, you will be able to spot him after getting into the secret area. In the secret room, there is a massive hole that seems almost inaccessible, with a massive beam going through it. In this area, there is a very infamous secret room that the player can easily get access to through theater mode. If the player detaches their camera and flies through the walls to the left, they will see a secret room. In this secret room is a cardboard cutout of Jason Jones shirtless. Number 6. Man in the Moon. Here at number 6 is another awesome one. As on the multiplayer map Standoff, there is actually a face hidden within the moon. This face is actually of a former Bungie employee by the name of Chris Carney. This is a small but awesome Easter egg to a man who worked from 2001 to 2015 at Bungie. Number 5. Hippos in Halo. One of the things that has permeated the Halo games ever since the original is the idea of hippos. It might be a very weird one, but hippos are a pretty big part of the Halo franchise. It all started back in Halo 1 with a shotgun cartridge featuring the image of a hippo. Then later on in Halo 2, you can actually see the same image of the cartoon hippo in a multiplayer map. This hippo is featured on a yellow box at one of the most popular maps in the game, Headlong. Finally, you can see the hippo appear in Halo 3 in a trash pile on the multiplayer map Foundry. This hippo is slightly different, as it's a full body and more cartoon look to it. What a cool Easter egg for many fans who love to find these things. Number 4. Marine vs. Password. During the level called Crow's Nest, you can actually find a Marine just trying to get some supplies. At the end of the first quarter, you can find the Marine banging on a door, but he doesn't actually know his password to get into the room. Though this makes sense in the universe for him just sitting there and not knowing his password, it's also extremely funny knowing where this came from. The Easter egg at base value is extremely funny already, but when you realize that this skit and the characters in the area of voice by the red versus blue team, it takes it to a whole new level. We won't be going over the exact dialogue as it is very lengthy and very funny, but it does actually change depending on which difficulty you're on. If you don't know who the red and blue team are, they were Halo animators back in the day on early YouTube. They created extremely funny content based around their own Halo characters. Number 3. Yeah, it Frank. The DLC map, Longshore, features a really iconic freezer for anyone who has played it. In this freezer, there is a phrase stapled onto the wall. This phrase is it Frank. This specific Easter egg is a reference to a food brand known as Frank's. The Easter egg also changes based upon specific dates and rotates between different images on the wall. Here are just a few of the images. On Halloween, a skull appears on the wall. On Bungie Day, the wall reads 777. And finally, on July 4th, the wall reads Home of the Free. Number 2. Ears of the Devil. Throughout both Halo 2 and 3, there are some secret audio messages that are actually reversed. They offer some very interesting tidbits of information. At the 45-second mark of the Halo 3 song Black Tower, there are some very foreboding words in backward speak. When reversed, this line says, "Eyes from Death's Dream Kingdom." There are many other words that are repeated after this, but they are all related to T.S. Eliot's The Hollow Man. They are all lines within his works, and it's another Easter egg that is awesome to see. And finally, number 1, Life's a Beach, and we are just playing in a sandbox. The final Easter egg from today's video is going to take place on the Halo 3 map sandbox. There is actually a hidden room that you can access during this map. Using the out of sky bubble glitch, you can actually find a very ominous sign. Open the map in Forge and enter edit mode, then fly to the portal in the skybox that takes you outside of it. From there, head to the invisible wall that surrounds the skybox. Then select the receiver node from your inventory, place it down, and use it to fly through the invisible wall. This will allow the player to get very close to the tower next to the setting sun. If you get close enough to the tower, you should be able to make out a very prominent warning sign. Though it's hard to make out this sign, it's basically an edit of an already existing medal within the game. If you get too close to the warning sign, however, you will die. You can't say the game didn't warn you. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully, you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!